doing, baby? I'm about to show them what a boss really about. What you here for? Strictly business. I'm bossed up. I'm bossed up. I got boss in my IV. Just check my ID, and that's why I be the HNIC. People despise me. My services ain't free. Ain't trying to hear your story, homie. Cop me, no please. In high school, corner, quarterback. Nowadays, corner, quarter sack. Keep that on the low. Rappers turning into rats. Try snitching on they self. DEA ransack.
What's good? What's poppin'? Football Friday. We invaded by the Misfits right now. We're waiting for the Dynamite to show up, but we got the Misfits in the building right now. How's all the ladies doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Great.
Good. Getting helmets ready.
Yeah, we're gonna. I switched it up a little bit. We're gonna get into football stuff early. I'm gonna save the fourth quarter. That's going to be the finale. That's going to be for the ladies. Y'all can get out any last minute stuff y'all want to talk about before the game on Sunday. So, we're going to have some fun today. We're going to talk some football.
All right.
Okay.
Let's start this up. Mo, how you doing, man?
Hey, you know me, man. I'm good. I'm rocking. I got this Jake Paul Tyson fight going on in the background. So I will be giving updates periodically through the show. But yeah, I'm good. How are the ladies doing today? See, we got the Misfit invasion. I like it. Yeah.
Let them know.
Sir.
Talk about it. Yeah. We did today.
All right, let's get it going.
Hey, it's a man's game tonight now. You know that. It's a man's game tonight. Here we come. Here we come. It's a man's game now. Oh, it's on. Oh, it's on, big boy. It's going to be a football game tonight now, no doubt. It's going to be a football game here. Let's play. Put your hands on them and let's play. Let's see if they can play physical football today. Let's see if they can run without nobody touching. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't ready for...
All right. You know how the warm-up is. We like to have fun before we get chopping. Moo, you sent me this. This was probably one of the craziest things that came out of this Washington Steelers game. There's a lot of crazy things. But Mike Williams, I've never heard him talk a day in my life. But this is ridiculous.
Let's go, man. Gotta go.
If he didn't get cut from the jet from just not playing well, his voice would got like, what is that?
That was his inner child coming out. That's what that was.
You know when you're excited, you don't got no control of what's going on. You just
All right, I'll give him the pass that, he hadn't done anything in a couple of weeks, and to get the game-winning touchdown, his nuts got sucked into his body.
Some people just big people, but got little voices, and he one of them people.
Okay. All right. So this week, like I said, I was busy, but I was still scouring the internet, getting some things. For whatever reason, this became the theme of the warm-up for the most part. We're gonna call this the No Diddy portion of the warm-up.
okay. Wow.
No.
Well played.
Okay.
They know what they be doing with their names and the alignment and like the specific positions they be putting in. They know what they be doing.
Right. So with that, I found a couple things. Let's have some fun.
She's a super freak. Super freak. She's super freaking now.
Now, hold on. Let's take that in one more time. No Diddy.
Quite a bit.
She's a super freak. Super freak. She's super freaking now.
Okay.
He's disrespectful.
I didn't see no flags thrown.
He's disrespectful.
I don't know what kind of block that is, but we had to fight.
He was
No,
going
for
to go
real.
fight him. He
No,
got up to
for
go
real.
fight. He said,
I would have got kicked out the game. Sorry.
yeah, absolutely.
We definitely fight.
There was definitely a fight gonna happen after that one.
Fisticuffs
one
are
is.
being thrown.
I've always thought this exercise in high school was very suspect and crazy.
Whatever daddy wants, daddy gets. Whatever daddy wants, daddy gets.
I mean, that voiceover with it.
That's crazy.
There's a way
I
to do that.
never.
There's a way to do that
Yeah.
stretch without looking like that.
Hey, yeah, there is, and it's crazy because we used to do this before every game. So I know that there's a way to do that stretch, not like that.
What are they stretching? I haven't seen that.
I don't know. Their backs.
It's a neck stretch. Yeah.
Oh, that's what called. Okay.
It look like a back stretch.
No Diddy.
It can be misconstrued as that.
we ain't stretching nothing like that.
Right. And then Michael Irvin was on with Cam and Mace, and he just let it go. He just let it go. So just sit back.
I've been waiting for this. Go ahead.
And the truth of it is, the Saints came in ready to play, and they were prepared to run the ball down Dallas's throat. I mean, they couldn't stop the run. I swear, oh my God, all I could think about was them jokers they go shove Kamara right back down my throat.
First thing that's crazy, but I'll let it go.
But me saying Zeke, Alvin Kamara, I said, nah, they go, oh man, they gonna hand feed me this joker all night long. I just knew it, you know. So, hey, and he always kills Dallas. He always had, most of the time he has a pretty good game against Dallas, man. But that's who killed us. It was Alvin Kamara. He put it on us. And once everybody moved up, they killed us on the back end also.
Wow, Mike getting crazy today. Pauses, wow.
Let me tell you something, though. Let me say.
I'm on the back end.
There's a difference too, and you can see it, right? Like,
Yeah. I'm not one of these pause people, so I just like that they make it accessible and it's good content.
Hey, yo, Mike, relax.
He was going crazy. He was going nuts. Well, see, there you go. So you say that, and then
I mean, and then you pair that with him on all fours at the Cal game when Cal was playing. Mike, you got to chill out, bro.
Too much at once.
You're a Hall of Famer. You're a Hall of Famer, bro. I need you to start acting like one, okay? That's not okay.
How are y'all feeling about CeeDee Lamb's outfits lately?
See, I didn't want to rep. I had CD's outfit. I had Debo's outfit.
Debo Samuel.
Oh yeah, him.
Got call him out.
Yeah, I had everybody's outfit lined up, ready to go, and I was like, man, if we go, I could spend the whole warm up just going through clothes. Everybody looking crazy. But that Debo outfit,
Crazy.
That Debo outfit was insane.
That thing was crazy.
Debo don't care.
He was a bad bitch. He was a bad bitch.
Oh, a bit. Oh, he was a real one to that day.
Yeah.
He was doing it.
This
he
one
came in there with a mission.
Everybody on the panel can relate to this. Every single one. Everybody. Well, maybe not. It depends on where you play. I think everybody played at least. Except for Moolish. But all right, all the real football players have Moolish.
Damn.
No, because he played in the Bay. So they don't get cold. They don't get cold in the Bay.
You forgot my 4-year was in Iowa, big dog.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you got
Nobody trying to be out here, bro. It's too cold for all this, bro. Bro, is it even legal to practice in the cold like this, bro? Bro, it's -3 degrees and they got us practicing outside. Bro, we doing a walkthrough today, bro. Why can't we go in the gym and do this? 1, 2, 3, hey. 1, 2, 3.
Now you do jumping jacks. Start over, man, with your hands in your jacket.
Coach, it's cold, though.
Oh, you cold? Well, let me warm you up. Get him jumping.
What?
Get him jumping on the whistle. Hit the ground. Catch the ball!
Coach, I can't feel my hands. It's too cold.
Man, go to the sideline. All those excuses, man.
You gonna catch the ball in the cold then?
What you say?
Huh? Hey, bro, get closer to me, bro.
What? No, bro, chill.
Bro, no Diddy, bro. Just get close,
Bro, no,
We
bro.
gonna get warm,
Oh,
bro.
fine, bro,
Come
fine.
on, bro. Hey, bro, the closer we get, the warmer we gonna be on the
Scoot down,
sideline, bro.
y'all.
Come on. Scoot down here,
Scoot
bro.
down.
Bro, I hope we lose first round in the playoffs, bro. I can't do this
Can't do
anymore.
this. Y'all complaining about how cold it is? Come on, man. I got shorts on, bro. What y'all gonna do during the game, huh? You gonna complain about how cold it is then? I got shorts on, man. No sleeves.
That me 1,000,000%.
Nah, that's
hate
me.
it.
No,
I
that's
be so mad.
Patrice.
No, I don't come to practice when it's cold outside, okay? After a certain temperature, you will not see Patrice. I'm
You
anemic.
She will
I
be
won't be
this
there.
year.
Everybody black is anemic. I still come, but I'm gonna be mad. I be having hot hands on deck, the toe warmers, all that.
Mm-mm.
She'll though. She'll get you
I
straight.
have
She
medical
got the hot
records,
answer everybody.
okay?
What's crazy is I hate the cold, but when it comes to football, I'm outside, no shirt, no gloves, no socks. I need that. I need that.
Mm-mm.
Because something's gonna hurt. And it's not gonna be me.
I think
No.
I burnt all the nerves in my body off when I was in high school. We played in the game when I was in 9th grade in Beach Channel. The school is literally off the beach. And it was in November, I think it was. And the daggone wind was gusting. It started hailing, raining. And then after that game, I smacked somebody in the helmet after a good play and my hand froze.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've played a games in April before, and it was snowing.
Yeah,
You know
no,
where we went.
yeah. So it's cold weather. I mean, I don't mind it. I'd rather play in the cold than the heat.
I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get
Listen,
next.
my hands get cold when I touch food in the frozen food aisle. So I don't like being cold at all.
Last one for the warm up. We talked about this last show about stay on the ground. Keep your ass on the ground. So this was a bad
That's what y'all said.
but you gotta teach them when they're young. So this is it. Look.
What was he teaching him? What?
No, that was okay. That's these things.
He saved his life.
Where they have the parents tackling the
I
kids.
know.
But somebody in the comments said that's his stepdad.
I saw the clip, but I didn't see where his head hit. So, like, I didn't see his reaction to getting. They were like, he tried to put him on the map, but he definitely missed. Definitely missed putting him on the bags.
Now,
He tried his best.
You finna be out of a marriage because you definitely.
Thank you.
What
don't call for that.
Cause and then now you damn near finna get banned from the team because you done gave the star running back CTE, bro. Like up twice in one day. Okay?
That was too much.
I'm sorry because moms is gonna be upset, bro. You just flung her baby like he was goddamn Gumby through the air. Moms is gonna be pissed.
Big mad.
Big mad. You not coming out of that scot free. She gonna do
that
the same
was
thing.
that. Remember, I told you to take the trash out and you didn't do it.
He was waiting, taking all his frustration down on him.
All right, that's good. Let's get it popping. We got some stuff to get into.
We ain't got tomorrow. We got now. We ain't got next. We got now. We ain't coming no more.
Just know when you on this goal side, we turned up the whole game, bro. We finna be live, we finna be confident. I don't know how you got this camera and this helmet, but I like it. Let's go.
All right. So there's been a lot of talk this week about the young quarterbacks in the NFL. More like mostly the rookie quarterbacks and what should and should not be done. Should you bench him? Should you not bench him? We've had this conversation, me and Mulich, because we understand situation kind of dictates how things go for these young guys. And if you're picking at the top of the draft, 9 times out of 10, your team is trash. And it's going to take more than a star quarterback or a number 1, number 2, or number 3 overall pick to make that team better. So coming out, you had the Bears thinking, they didn't do it, at least I don't think they're going to do it this week, about benching Caleb Williams. We've seen Bryce Young get benched. We've seen Anthony Richardson get benched. We've seen...
That was justified, though.
Right. I mean, justified, but that's what I want to talk about. What is considered justified and what's not. So, y'all said, y'all know the game, y'all know football. We're going to find out. We're going to talk about it. So, give me the young quarterback that you think their situation is not justified, and they're just put in they're just on a bad team in a bad situation. So I'm gonna start with Patrice because
oh, starting with me, I gotta get my book.
Get the book.
Nah, well, you get your book, Don. You go.
What?
I can give you some justified ones that they should for sure. Well, I'd say what's his name? Levis off the Titans. He got benched for a little while, but I think he still should be on the bench. I personally feel like it's a bad fit. I'm not gonna say they got rid of the wrong QB. They got rid of Malik.
You can say that.
They got rid of the wrong one.
Because I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's valid. So you can say that.
I could say that, but it could have gone either way. Because with the Titans, you have to be a specific type of quarterback. They want to stay in the pocket. I was a Mariota fan, when he first came there. But at the same time, I knew that I felt bad for him because I was like, the Titans is not where he should be. They want to take a running QB and turn him into a pocket passer. And it's like, but that's not what you drafted, So if you don't have the, type of people to turn them into what you want, then it's just a waste of money and a waste of time. And 9 times out of 10, they go someplace else and do a lot better. Yep. And statistically, you've seen that time and time again. So, I feel like benching him is justified, but I don't think that, he's going to be what they need.
Exactly. I second that. And the Titan situation is one of the situations that we talked about in the sense of they drafted quarterbacks back to back. Yeah. And you never gave Malik Willis time to grow. And how do you you can't draft somebody, especially somebody like Malik Willis, who, for all intents and purposes, we can say he was a project guy, where you were just going to have to wait, let him mature, because he played at, I think he played at Liberty, right?
Okay, he came out of Liberty.
Right, so he played at Liberty. So he didn't, the amount of talent that he played against and the speed of the game that he played isn't what you would expect. So you got to give him some time. You then don't not give him time and you don't give him play time to grow. Then you go and draft Will Levis, who, in my opinion, was never good anyway.
And he puts mayo in his coffee.
That would have been the main. That would have been.
I will tell you, I would have drafted him just off that.
Just off of that, I wouldn't have did it. But that's kind of the lane that I want to go down. It's like you can't get upset and trade things and get rid of kids and because they're not moving at the speed that someone else is moving at. You have to draft and develop at your speed. And, if someone comes into the league like Stroud and he takes the weak line. That ain't gonna do what you do. Your team is built different. Your quarterback is different. Don't have based on someone else. They always tell you comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh yeah. And I forget what's the I don't know why his name escapes me. The one that left that they got rid of before Malik. What's his name? The white guy.
Oh, Tannehill?
Yeah, Tannehill. There was that whole situation of, people got upset at him because he was like, it's not my job to coach him up, to take my position, and a lot of people, they was all upset. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of agreed with him. It's not my job. Why am I coaching up the person who is supposed to be, trying to take my
Taking
position
my job.
when technically y'all didn't even put him in a good position? I mean, that's what they pay coaches for. It's not, yeah, I mean, we're on the same team, and, I'm not going to sit there and, not help my teammate, but I don't get paid to coach. That's what y'all have the coaches for. So, if y'all can't coach him up, it's not my job to coach him up.
It's a double-edged sword. Because as a veteran quarterback, as a starting quarterback, it's part of your responsibility to groom and bring up those who are. It's like me when I play receiver, I play DB. Like whenever a new receiver comes into the fold or a new DB comes into the fold, I know more than they do. Like the game, they don't know what they're doing. So it is my job. Like, when you get to the line of scrimmage and they impress coverage, don't do that. Don't put your hands on your thigh pads. Don't, put your hands up. You got to get ready for.
But do you feel differently if you know that you're grooming them to take your spot?
I'm better than them. They're not going to take my spot.
I don't, because at the end of the day, I know that I can't play this game forever. The younger person's going to have to figure it out.
If you're insecure about someone taking your spot, then you shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It's not insecurity, I don't think. But, when he made the statement, I was like, oh, man, how could you say that? But at the end of the day, I mean, they making, these coaches are making the money that they making, and if it's my job to, get this player to the next level, then what are you doing?
It's both. The coaches have their job and you have yours as well. Because what happens is you're thinking about what's best for the team. Because they'll say, I do get hurt. If I'm not coaching up my backup and I get hurt, I just put the team in a real bad situation.
Right. And then it's a pride thing. You don't want them to be better than you to take your spot.
But that's the beauty of, especially football. I love this about football is you compete for your job every practice.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love competition. So I'm always like, let's do it. Like if you're better than me, you're better than me. If you're not, you're not. But it's the competition factor of it all. Because by you pushing me and me pushing you, we're making this group better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's different. Yes. Making sure that, your teammate, like you said, is, just as good as you are is one thing, or making sure that, they know what they're doing. That's different than coaching. I'm that other than, we're out here both on the same field. We're doing the same thing. I'm making sure that you are in step with me. But then, as coaches, you taking the extra time, you doing sessions, that's a little bit different.
Okay, you know what I guess this is coaching is they're teaching them the fundamental stuff. When what a veteran does with a younger player is I'm giving you the mental reps. Now, if I drop back and I make a throw, I turn around, I'm like, all right, why did I make that throw? Where was the coverage? Where did the safety go? So now I just need to know you saw what I saw. Where The coaches are saying, well, this is a 3-step drop. You only took 2.5.
You're giving them the inside scoop.
I need you to be here because when you plant that back foot, the receiver's going to be doing this. Like, it's all timing. I think that's where the coaches come in. Like what the players do is, if you break your route off here instead of here, the quarterback's going to throw the ball. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be interception. You're throwing off the timing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess it's different but the same.
And a lot of people be dumb. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Just based off experience, a lot of niggas be stupid. They sit into a whole meeting, watch film to get the whole breakdown, and then go to the field and still not know what the fuck they're doing. So the coach will pull you aside like, hey, bro, low-key idiot. So you just gotta make sure he know what the fuck he doing on the field. And sometimes you gotta break it down on a simplistic level, like, I know that the safety is sagging over here, you feel me, and it's cover 3, but they got single high, right? So if he gonna try to disguise it and sag over here, he not gonna get all that. Safety gonna be leaning this way. If he leaning this way, look backside because he gonna be open. That's what he gonna get. He gonna be like, oh shit, okay, I got it. Yeah,
right.
He's stupid, right? A lot of these niggas be low-key dumb. They had tutors all throughout college and didn't never have to do their own homework. So you gotta, write it on their hand and hey, here it is right here, bro. Look, it's right here. Boom. Square is gonna go this way, circle is gonna go straight, and then triangle is gonna be all over here by himself. It's just like Madden. So pass the triangle. And they're gonna be like, oh shit. It's like Madden. And then that's how that works.
Have you tried drawing it on your hand, Watts?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I've done everything else though. I was gonna say, I feel like I'm unique in the idea. Like, I've been on the team a while and I played a lot of the different positions. I'm probably best at running back, probably second best at receiver. And like, I'm often in charge of, hey, go show her how to do this, or da 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 da. Sometimes I do feel like I'm holding hands, and sometimes I feel like I'm teaching them what they need to know in the event I can't be there, I'm hurt or whatever. I think in my opinion, just with all the young receivers, for the Steelers, was their starter that they had at the beginning of the year, is he a rookie? That Russ took his spot for the Steelers.
Yeah, he
I couldn't remember who they. But I was just having a really decent.
I think he's in his third year.
Okay. So I'm not long in it. I was having a conversation with somebody talking about Russ's performance with the Broncos versus him now, and they were like, "I'm glad we got rid of him because obviously, they kept putting it on that Russ didn't try." And I think coaches matter there. That that maybe there was beef, but like at the end of the day, his job was to make sure he was getting this performance out of him, and that wasn't achieved. I don't know what you can do sometimes with it, but I do think that like them taking if it's his third year, if he's now benched, Russ is getting more yards. This is how I felt about Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady a lot. They played for so long. Those people below them were getting a lot of experience, a lot of practice experience. They were learning from a great. But I still think that in-game experience is what matters at the end of the day, which is why, for me, when I'm out there, my experience matters to them, even if I'm not the best player. I'm not going to act like I'm the fastest on my team. I catch every ball, that I make the best cuts. But my experience definitely shows in comparison to some of the other people that are just now joining. And I expect by next year for them to be on top of it, for them to understand, for them to grow. Because I'm giving them so much of it now. And then I'm gonna put you out there. If you ain't got it today, cool. Let me bring you back out for a minute till you get it. But I don't think they're getting the opportunity in game to learn like they need to. I think that's all it chalks up to. And I think it's a pressured position. You got the world watching you. You were number 1, number 2, number 3 in the draft, and I expect you to be perfect when you go out there, and then you're not. And how dare you? So now you gotta go sit down. You're obviously trash. Like that's too much. That's too much sometimes. I can't. There's more to it than just like, oh, go out there, throw the ball to the open receiver. Hell, you gotta lead this team of grown men. Half of them older than you. Most of them older than you. Don't know you, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot to it, and you put all that together, and here we are.
Right, and then Andre just posted. He just put this up. He says all summer big media talked about Caleb was walking into the best situation any rookie's ever walked into with the group of receivers and running backs that he had. You can talent doesn't make teams. You can walk into a very talented team.
That's true.
Now this is where the coaching comes in. If you don't have a leader, head coach, that the team is willing to follow and listen to, if you don't have an offensive coordinator who is competent and understands what adjustments to make, how to get his playmakers the ball, if you don't have a defensive coordinator who knows when to attack, when to lay off, finding the weak spots in the offense and take advantage of those things. Football is the ultimate team game. And no one person can change that. Not one. I don't care how good.
Agreed.
If your quarterback is amazing
on the line, it doesn't help.
Right. So when you go to these teams, when you go to the Carolina Panthers like a Bryce Young, they had the number 1 pick because they were bad, not because they were good. So it's going to take more than just him to change that around. Like we had this talk, and my belief is that they should change how they do the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe the worst teams should be rewarded with super talent. I just don't think that. I think the teams that missed the playoffs, that just missed the playoffs, there's 7 teams that go to the playoffs. That 8 team should have the first pick because that team is one player away from being contender.
From being competitive.
Yeah. That's a different way to look at it.
Yeah.
Now, I believe the bad teams should build their team through the draft because it's better to build with experienced players than rookie players. Now, you can add some rookie players to that, but if you build out your roster with veterans and guys who've already been in the league, you have a better chance of getting the team better faster.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like there's way too much expectation on a rookie coming into a bad team.
Yeah, because there's too much heavy lifting for a rookie. You're asking a 22-year-old to come in and into a locker room that's probably toxic because they're mad because they're losing, upset because contract isn't working right, and now I'm the star wide receiver, and now I'm relying on a rookie to come give me the ball and make sure I get my catches and my touches. So my contract is too much for him to navigate, and he still has to do what's grow. Learn a new offense. Be a pro because they're not pros. There's a lot of things that is on that player's head to worry about, opposed to I gotta make sure he gets at least 7 targets this week and make sure this one does that, and it's too much.
And then on top of that, like just even getting used to the fame and the stardom and that lifestyle. That's a lot on somebody who hasn't had that. It's a different level when you get to the NFL.
It's totally different. Everything changes, and not just and we can say, like you said, the lifestyle. But some of these, I don't want to call them kids, but they're men. They don't come from the best situations mostly. So now they got to make sure mom is good. They got to make sure their brothers are good. Their sisters are good. They got to make sure grandma good. Like they got a lot of stuff that they're navigating outside of football. And now you're still telling them, also, I need you to be the face of the franchise.
Yep.
Because if you fail, the head coach might get fired. The assistant coach might get fired. The GM might get fired. All of this stuff is on this one player because you drafted me at the top of the draft.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's the opposite way, though. Sometimes they go, get drafted, they go onto teams, and their head is so huge that, the people that they play with, they end up, and we've seen that, multiple times, you sitting there like, oh, you can tell they don't like that QB because they ain't blocking for him no more. Every time you turn around, he getting sacked,
Get hit.
and I know there's been plenty of situations where it wasn't a thing of, the expectation that was there. The team was, grateful, just happy that they had this person. And, their head was so huge, they just trash talking all the people that are there. That's like the other side of the coin. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes, that they come in with the big head and their expectation is, well, I'm great. Everybody's been telling me for, the past, since I was a kid, and this team is garbage. And y'all need to get to my level, and sometimes that can also cause a team to not do so great because they, drafted so high.
Right. Because one thing about sports, it'll humble you too.
Quick.
Quickly. Quickly.
So for the guys that do come in with the big heads and stuff like that, they learn very fast that it's not college.
Usually they don't pan out. You be like, what happened to such and such? You're like, he ain't in the NFL no more.
Right.
Okay. Nigga's a truck driver.
Right.
That's kind of how Aaron Rodgers' face is looking every time you see him on the screen playing with the Jets.
Say it again.
I said that's kind of how Aaron Rodgers' face be looking every time you see him playing with the Jets. Like exactly how Donita just described. Like he'd be pissed. Like, why am I on this team?
Because
he's so much better than us.
Sat down.
Aaron Rodgers' situation is different because the Jets suck.
He should have been retired.
The Jets suck because of him. So that's a whole different story.
I don't know. He just be looking so irritated and mad. Like
right, because he can't throw a football no more.
It's his fault.
Because he's done. Like, just let it go. It's okay.
That man is high off ashwagandha and the black room and whatever other shit that his witch girlfriend got him on. And off to paradise or the sunset or wherever the fuck.
He's actually not really that old. He just looks old.
I think he's trying to hold on because Tom Brady held on for so long.
How old is Tom? How old is
Aaron Rodgers?
39. Aaron Rodgers 39?
39. He probably
he's what?
No,
he's 39
or 41 this year. Yeah, but he just turned. He just turned 40 or he just turned 41.
Are you sure?
He looks every bit of all of that.
He's 40.
That gray popping out on him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, so he's in 40.
He's 40.
Okay,
he's just now 40.
He's just now 40. Okay. Because I mean, even when he was like 38, he looked like he was 45.
Bad. He's not even 40 yet.
I didn't think so.
He's 39, right?
I think his birthday's December 2nd.
I knew it. He'll be 40 this year. Yeah, he'll stay off the drugs. Aaron
That's wild.
He doesn't even look like he's in his 30s.
Stay off the drugs.
No. I had him at a good 45.
He on cocaine.
Very, yeah.
All that dark room, all that forbidden weed shit that you get in South America.
Right.
All he gotta do is use Just for Men. He'll be fine.
Like, I'm 46.
No.
He should not look.
I don't think Just for Men fits that. He needs rehab.
That motherfucker crazy.
That's what he needs.
He got to moisturize. He got to do something.
Water.
You do look dry and brittle. I think Just for Men would make it worse.
He needs some water.
Water.
He should be able to afford the best type of water.
I'm trying to tell you, I don't know why you're over there drinking ashwagandha.
Come on, you've seen some of them, Patrice. They just be looking toe down. I'm like, all that money, and you can't get a retwist. Come on,
teeth missing. Listen,
whatever Tom Brady doing, he need to do.
Tom Brady, he drink water.
He's not real.
That's all it takes.
He half
I
robot.
think Tom Brady actually took care of his body.
That's
Yeah,
because his wife made
yeah.
him, the one he used to be married to.
She made
I
him
don't
drink
know. I'm
water.
not gonna put that on Giselle.
Look at how she looks. She couldn't have somebody who didn't look at least somewhat comparative to her own self.
Mm.
I got. We're going to get TB12 on here. See who did this? How he got
Because you talking about two different types of California flavor, dog. You got the Bay Area, okay, which is more pretty boy like Tom, and then you got Upper Butte area, which is country bumpkin backyard with the muskets type shit, and that's where Aaron Rodgers hailed from. So that's
he's down there in
they
Bakersfield.
figured it out.
Yeah, because he looking bad.
He don't drink water. He drinking moon dog.
So, my biggest thing is if you draft a quarterback, you got to live and die with that quarterback. Let him play. There is no substitute for in-game experience. Like, look at Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning threw 28 interceptions his rookie season.
Yep.
We all know what happened.
Give up on him.
Like, my thing is, if you're going to play them, then they have to play. You can't sit them down. If you're going to sit them down, then you wait till they're ready. Because I'm always of the belief, if you sit them behind a veteran quarterback, the outcome is always going to be positive. Look at Patrick Mahomes. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Look at Jordan Love. Look at all of the quarterbacks. Look at Dak Prescott. Look at all of these guys that they had to sit for a little bit, and then they got the chance to come in and play. So
you actually said something nice about Patrick Mahomes.
Look, I will always see people call me a hater. I'm not a hater. I am a truth teller.
Truth teller. I'm gonna have to use that one.
I am a bona fide, certified A1 hater of Patrick Mahomes.
You're right.
See, he's a hater. I can tell you, look, it worked because he sat behind Alex Smith and then he played. I can also tell you he sucks because he's just okay. Let me get on my Patrick Mahomes rant right now. Let's go.
Go ahead and get into that Patrick Mahomes bag real quick, man.
I'm gonna get my Patty Mahomes bag right now.
All right.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes, when they kind of like what my nephew said about how Caleb went to the perfect situation. That would be Patrick Mahomes. He went to the perfect situation for a quarterback of his ability. Now, he got the perfect offensive coordinator and perfect head coach. Eric Bieniemy knew what to do with him. Andy Reid knows what to do with him.
Exactly.
Because he does not play football the way you would want a quarterback to play football. As an offensive coordinator, if I draw up plays, I'm offensive coordinator, I'm scheming everything open. All I need you to do is deliver the ball. If you start running around like a chicken with his head cut off, you just messed up my whole play. Like, I set my plays up left side, cover 2, and man beater. Right side, cover 3, cover 2 beater. Like everything, like, so if you read it, you can either start left to right or right to left based on the coverage. It's real easy. It's super easy. So if you get there, you read cover 3, boom, we're gonna start from the right side. Slot guy should be open. Oh, damn. Cover 1, boom. Start left to right, outside guy got the curl, I can hit that. It's real easy. All you gotta do is read the defense. You know where you're going. Super easy.
You would think so.
You would think so until you look at your quarterback and he's running around like a fucking toddler with candy. And it makes you mad as an offensive coordinator because if you draw up the right play against the right coverage, you know this is 6 or it's going to be at least a big play. But then it turns into something else because he's not reading the defense the way that you want. Like when I was coaching, and these was like, I take it back to when I was coaching 12-year-olds. I had other coaches coming to me. It's like, yo, how do you get your quarterback to do this? I was like, because he's thinking the way that I'm thinking. I train him that way. I coach him like that.
Slap the shit out of
him. So, you know what I mean? So it's just like your quarterback and OC have to be the same person. That's why Peyton Manning was a nightmare for defenses. That's why Tom Brady is a nightmare for defenses. Because they know exactly when they get to the line of scrimmage, if you expose yourself, no Diddy, you about to get it. Drew Brees, look at all the quarterbacks when they can get to the line of scrimmage.
That's my favorite QB.
And they can start reading your mail, oh, you in trouble. You in trouble.
Yeah. And that's why Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are such a match made in heaven, is because Andy Reid realized that this nigga don't know how to read a defense. But if he runs down in the backfield long enough, somebody's going to be open because DBs can't cover forever.
Right.
I just feel like this is...
Their offense is built on him playing off script.
Yeah,
it's
playing
built
back
on.
What you should say? What?
Why does it have to be the same formula for everybody though? Like I hear y'all, but it's clearly working. You feel me? Like
absolutely.
You mentioned running around and trying to escape and stuff like that. But Lamar Jackson, I mean, that was why they hated him for so much. He's not a real quarterback. All he does is run the ball. Run the ball. But
two different things.
I love him.
What Lamar does.
I don't hate him. I'm just saying what people were saying. Yeah.
Two different things. It's like what Lamar, they design plays for Lamar to run. They don't design.
Because he's a runner.
Right. Patrick Mahomes is what those are run plays. What Mahomes does, those are actual passing plays that he
turns into a running play.
Right.
Hey.
Or a scramble play that he turns into a passing play. Like I'll give you an example, a prime example. When I left college, I went to Iowa, but I came back to coach for a little bit at CSM. We played a college out here in Sacramento called American River College. The year prior, they beat them 78-0. Okay, with me. They with me. The next year, they go out and they go get the number one quarterback in Sacramento. All he does is run around in the backfield, wait for somebody to get open. ARC then takes that whole game plan, implements it in their game plan. They come down and beat the dog shit out of my alma mater.
Yeah, it
works.
I mean, I'm not saying my thing is that's why I said as an offensive coordinator, me.
Right.
He would drive me crazy because I'm trying to eliminate you having to do that, and you still do.
Right.
Look, when I played QB, I was not running around. First of all, that's not my job. If I wanted to run, I'd be the running back. So
exactly.
Watts knows me. You getting the ball one way or the other. It's not my job to run. If I got to run, I'm mad because I don't want to run.
I like a running quarterback. It just makes the game a little more interesting. I don't know.
Not a wide receiver. When you're a wide receiver and you run your route and you beat the DB, you in the zone. Look, hands up. I'm right here, looking for the ball, and then you turn around.
You look back and you see the QB,
but not in those type of situations. I'm talking about when everyone is locked up and you see green grass and you just go and you make that first down for your team. Those type of situations. I like when a quarterback is able to also use their legs to get that first down as well when you need them to.
Well, they
don't have to be all the time.
They don't want to get hit.
Yep.
That's I don't care when they use it or how they use it, but you do what you do for your team to get that what you need to get for your team.
Yeah.
Because some people would get hit and be like, well, they won't move out the pocket.
Because it's okay. I know what you're saying, and I agree. But that should be a bonus, not a requirement.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because not all quarterbacks do that. There's only a few quarterbacks in the league that actually runs or have to run because they're well protected. Not all of our quarterbacks are well protected. They have to
Some
run. They be
quarterbacks
running for
shouldn't
their
do
life.
that. I mean, you seen Tom Brady take off running. How awful
Yeah,
was that watching him run?
it
My
was
Twice,
horrible.
2 or 3
But you
times
got
in his
some
life.
quarterbacks that literally be running for their life. Like they're running for their life out there.
Patrick Mahomes was one of those quarterbacks for a little bit too. I just want to point out his O line wasn't holding him down for a
No,
minute.
he
So
purposely did that. Don't give it back.
I just feel like you. That's fine. That's fine.
I am that quarterback. I tell my receivers all the time, hey, I'm not throwing this ball. Okay, you can run your route if you want to, but I'm taking 2 steps and I'm out of there. That's it. You're not getting the ball, dog. You might want to come get a pitch or something or a handoff, but I'm not throwing it. Okay?
All right. We got some more stuff we got to get into. Let's get into this second quarter real quick.
Hello. Number 2, but number 1 in your heart. I just think we were prepared. You know, one thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared. I just think.
Shout out to Jamie.
Okay. So, in other news around, we got a couple things I want to get to in the second quarter. The first one is the comments by Micah Parsons.
Mike's on the final year of his contract, so outside there's of course going to be questions. What's the sentiment inside the locker room, and what do you tell people who are worried about whether Mike will be your coach next year?
You know, that's above my pay grade about if Mike is coaching again next year. But, you know, all coaching aside, you know, Mike can leave and go wherever he wants. But the guys I kind of feel bad for is guys like Zach Martin and guys who might be on their last year or on their way out, you know, because that's who I wanted to hold the trophy for. You know, you want to win games and do great things with those type of legends who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. So those are the kind of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for.
Okay. So I'm not gonna say anything. I just want to get everybody's opinion on what was said. If you could hear.
Yikes.
I feel like what he said was fair. Like I feel like he basically said, "Who gives a fuck about him?" When you got other people on the team who put in more work, that are veterans, that's been doing this, he could go wherever he want to go. Next, and I think he answered the question perfectly.
Okay.
Sometimes we pay too much attention to things that don't matter, and then we don't give the people who need it their flowers. Um, and he acknowledged the people that are about to leave who have been in this league for forever and put in the work to be recognized. And he shouted them out and kept it like that. And I felt like his response was very classy.
I think you can do that. You can give the props to the people who deserve it, but he still threw the shade and I'm not mad at it because I'm always with the little shade, a little passive aggressiveness. But I think when you're in a particular position, you gotta be careful. You making all that money, you in that, you know, some people gonna look at you funny. It's not that he wrong, but people gonna look at you funny regardless. So, you know, there was probably a gentler way to go about getting that message across.
I I don't think it's the worst response I ever heard. Like you
Surely
said,
not.
people are gonna look
No.
at you. If he would have said it differently, like people are gonna have their opinions of what you said, and they're gonna interpret what
Regardless.
you said however they want to interpret it. So
Hmm.
I mean, sometimes I get it. He's in the spotlight, and you have to be careful about what you say. And maybe because I'm not in the spotlight like that, and I don't really have to watch my words as much.
Mhm.
Um, but I don't know. I felt like he. I don't know. I don't feel like the shade was as strong as it could have been.
What you think, Doc?
I don't think it was that bad. I mean, think about, back in the 70s and 80s. I mean, right now, I'll be honest with you. Uh, a lot of them don't really get to say what they want to say.
Right.
I might what's his name? I'm just here so I don't get fined. You know, I mean,
Sure.
you know, back in the 70s and 80s, they said what they wanted to say. If they was upset, they expressed they was upset. If they was happy, and how they felt about stuff. And nowadays, it's like uh, you can't do an interview and say what you want to say. We just want you to go out there and play football. Shut your mouth. You getting paid money. Just that's your job. Nobody else cares what you got to say. So I mean, I feel like he said how he felt in a very controlled way. It might have been shade. It wasn't a lot of shade. It could have been way shadier, but and I'm sure he wanted to. But we all know that the ones that that say what they want to say, they get into trouble, and then you see them come back making all these apologies, even though they really don't want to apologize, but their publicist or their agent, said that they needed to. But I mean, if that's how he felt, that's how he felt. And I mean, he's right. It is above his pay grade. I mean, it's not like he's picking a coach, or he's not a part of those
The
conversations.
process.
You
Hmm.
know, so I mean, I think he did pretty good. Yeah.
What you think? What you think, Mo?
Man, fuck that nigga Mike McCarthy, bro. I told that nigga he was a bitch. He need to get out of my locker room.
Right. I'm of the ilk same. I'm in the same. I don't even care about the shade because my thing is people are gonna interpret what you say however they want to hear it. So you might as well say what you really mean the first time.
The nigga can't coach. That's exactly what I was saying. He can't coach.
Yeah. So
It's not like they was gonna win a championship anyway, but I'm just saying.
yeah. And everybody went so far to say, oh, well, Mike McCarthy's a Super Bowl winning coach, and he's this. He's like, yeah, but he didn't do nothing in Dallas, though. Like he's not that in Dallas. He was that in Green Bay.
He only
But
won that
Dallas,
Super
that's not
Bowl
what
in
he
Green
is.
Bay because he was handed a great roster, and not only he was at
True.
literally top 10 roster on both
Right.
sides.
That also is a plus.
And then when you're talking about when he's saying what he is saying about for Zach Martin and some of the older guys, like we talked about this the last time everybody was on about you play for the person next to you. Like, yeah, the coaches are there, but your bond is with your players.
Right.
That's who you rock out for. You rock out for your left tackle, your center, your right guard, the defense tackle, the corner, the safety. Like those are your guys.
Hmm.
So my bond is with them. I know you're the coach, but those are my guys right there because we sweat in practice. All the stuff that we do it for each other.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at what he said. Because like he said, like Mike McCarthy, he if he gets fired from Dallas, he gonna get picked up somewhere.
Hopefully, as a
When Zach Martin retires, he's retired. Like he can't play no more. You can always coach. Your playing window is small.
Right.
Yeah.
So to win championships and do all those things, that window is very, very small. So you got to take advantage of it while you can. He can coach until he's 80 years old. How old was Pete Carroll? Like 70 years old.
Bill Belichick's in his 70s.
Yeah.
Walking around with that 19-year-old girl.
Yeah. All these coaches was in their damn 60s, 70s, 80s and shit.
Yeah, so that's a different type of feeling. Like when you hang your cleats up, that's different. That's a different type of damn.
Mm-hmm.
Really over.
Oh, I know.
You
Yeah,
know?
it was hard.
Yeah, like so I understand.
You're still welcome back if you'd like to.
I can't. I can't. I want to. Every time we do tryouts, I'd be like, "Ugh," but
yeah.
Right. So that's a good segue into the next topic that came up this week, and this comes from my man Bub over there at 4th and 1. My man Cam.
Man, the Panthers go to Germany. And they brought some Panthers legends out there. Steve Smith, Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly was out there. They were looking for Bug.
How?
Would you have gone if you got the invite?
I guess we'll never know.
And what bigger and better player to go?
Peggy, honest question.
What's up?
Do you think Cam Newton has played his last down in the NFL?
Yeah, I believe so. I think you have
Breland, do you think I'm ever going back to play in the NFL?
Realistically, no.
Okay. Can I be vulnerable real quick?
Yeah.
All right. People don't know this story, but I'm going to tell it. I don't have no quarrel with David Tepper. I don't have no quarrel with nobody in the Panthers organization. I speak my mind unbiasedly, no matter who and what franchise it is. Last year, we had a 7-on-7 tournament in Charlotte.
Correct.
We went into the Panthers facility. And you mean to tell me one of the greatest Panthers to ever play ain't up nowhere? I'm talking nowhere. Who brought it to my attention? My son.
That's all right. That's all right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, I'm a do this for Cam. You are not one of the greatest Carolina Panthers to ever play. You are the greatest Carolina Panther player to ever
Thank
play.
you.
And for you to not have for your presence to not be anywhere in that stadium is a slap in the face. That fan base is the fan base that it is because of Cam Newton.
I could agree with that.
The pride that Carolina Panther fans have came while he was the face of the team. Like, I don't understand how you can walk into that arena or stadium, and there's not a billboard, not a picture, not a jersey, nothing of Cam Newton. That's crazy to me. That's like going into Foxborough and there's no picture of Tom Brady. Going into Indianapolis and there's no semblance of Peyton Manning. Like, that guy was the franchise. Still to this day. Like, I'm pretty sure if Cam shows up to the stadium's going to go nuts. There's a bunch of fans who grew up wanting to be Cam Newton. Everybody wants to be Superman. Outside of, okay, I'm just going to do this. If we're going to talk about black quarterbacks, the Pantheon there's 3 black quarterbacks. My opinion, everybody, you can switch them up any way that you want. Doug Williams, Michael Vick, Cam Newton. That's how that goes. Now, we can switch it up based on how I grew up on Doug Williams, so can't nobody tell me nothing about Doug Williams. I know what Michael Vick was to the NFL when he played, and the only other person closer to that is Cam Newton. So that organization to not have his face plastered everywhere is crazy.
But I mean, you just said in your statement, I mean,
Black
you know
quarterbacks.
why.
Black quarterbacks. Like, it sucks.
I don't think it's a black quarterback thing. Y'all think it's a black quarterback thing?
Well, I mean,
it might just be that organization.
It don't help. But I also think that whole, you know, I also think the stuff that happened before he got there is still following him. It shouldn't, but you know.
I don't know. I would really want to know why it is the way that it is.
I mean, there's really no sense. It doesn't really make any sense.
Because he
All-time
didn't
leading
leave on
passer.
bad terms. At least I don't recall him leaving on bad terms.
Yeah, all-time leading
Do they
passer.
still benefit from him and profit off of him?
Pretty sure they do.
I don't know. Because my thing is, even when he came back to the Panthers after leaving the Patriots, when he played, they sold the stadium out every game that he played.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, for y'all to still, like, his name is able to pull in millions or thousands and fill out seats, and for y'all to not give him the respect that he deserved, like, I wouldn't do it anymore. I mean, I'll do it for my fans, but for the organization, mm-mm.
I just want to know who they do got on the wall because Cam is the all-time leading passer.
I mean, that is a good point.
Because it came up. I guess they're playing in Germany this week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Last week. I mean, last week when
They just played. Yeah, they just played it.
So what they did was they took all of the Carolina greats, like some of them, and it was Thomas Davis,
Luke
and
Kuechly.
Steve Smith, and a couple other players, and they never called Cam Newton.
You don't call the all-time leading passer for your franchise?
But that should also tell him exactly how they feel about him.
leading rusher in Carolina Panthers history. You don't give him a call?
Well, if he didn't know how they felt about him, he knows now.
He knew already.
He knows now. It's locked and sealed now.
Say it again.
Youngest MVP in franchise history?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
So I don't know. That relationship needs to be fixed. I don't know how they fix it or who fixes it, but it's clearly not on Cam's side. It's ownership and all of that. So they have to make that right. I don't think nothing is going to go work. You know how, what's the color purple? Till you do right by me.
I mean, regardless of whether he left on good or bad terms, that's beside the point. I mean, there's been plenty of, NFL players that left on bad terms, but the fact that, they were the top blah, 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 you
It's just a
still put
respect
that up.
thing. It's a respect thing. Come on now. You don't have to like me, but give me enough respect to acknowledge what I have done for
Which
your
one of y'all
organization.
put Ray Caruth in it? That's messed up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ray Caruth coming out of college was my guy too. Don't. Y'all probably don't.
He is that person is definitely before my time.
You don't know.
I have no clue who
I don't know who
He said somebody earlier. I was like, I don't know who that is.
I know.
I'm not going to mention Ray Caruth and what Ray Caruth did, but whoever's from Nashville put that in. They know what Ray Caruth did, and shame on you.
Our bad.
The man won MVP and Offensive Player of the Year in the same year and threw for 35 touchdowns. Y'all know that, right? In the same, y'all don't have a picture, a memo, a note of this man nowhere.
I'm gonna go look him up.
I mean,
leave it alone.
I'm just trying to follow the quarterbacks of my century. You know.
Oh, not century.
My century. Look, that was probably back during the time when I wasn't even playing football and I was just picking teams based off of the colors I liked. So, no, I don't.
Who did my brother root for?
It has absolutely nothing to do with football. I can tell you that right now.
Okay.
It definitely doesn't.
Nothing to do with it. All right. Like I said, third quarter is going to be a little different. I'll move everything up a bit. So we're going to get into these picks and everything right now. So let's get it.
Hey, fellas, let's work today. Let's focus. We still got the main thing, right? Let's keep the main thing. Say that. Keep the main thing. Keep the main thing. Let's go.
All right. So I'm a man of my word. So I knew Patrice was coming back. So I'm gonna let her ask this for right now.
Saquon Barkley just dragged his big black balls all over the Redskins. Holy shit, this game was classic dog shit Thursday night football. But that fucking muscle hamster in Philadelphia completely butt-pumped the shit up out of Washington's front seven. Bro finished with 200 total yards and 2 touchdowns. Philadelphia's secondary had Washington wide receivers in Guantanamo fucking Bay, and Quinion Mitchell was the warden. I'm gonna start calling the duo of Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship Ku Klux Clamps. Jaden Daniels was converted into a check-down merchant tonight. Why the fuck did Austin Eckler lead the commies in catches and receiving yards? And suck me silly and bite my willy, but imagine telling someone 10 years ago that Washington has a better chance to win the NFC East than Mike fucking Tyson has of beating Jake Paul in a boxing match. They would probably ask, what the fuck is a poly market? Well, buddy, if you want quick NFL recaps like this every week, fucking follow Poly Market Sports right now, Pookie.
Shout out to Polly Walker. And this is the second time he just shouted us out. So I'm just saying, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They know where they got that name from.
Yeah.
They know where they got that name from.
They know what that if you go to TikTok, you see it over there.
It's over there. They know where they got that name from.
I think that video, hold on, but that video right now, let me see. Hold on. Let's see where that video is at. Because I keep getting to this day. That video right now, 400,000 views.
They better stop playing with that, man.
Over 30,000 likes and shares and all that good happiness.
Wow.
That's what we do. Man. We start trends, man. All right.
That's good. Status.
So Patrice, that is,
You're welcome. I told y'all we was gonna do it. Listen,
She was talking about it hours ago. I was like, I wonder if she talked about this podcast, and I was like, she was.
And the was just as scared as every other Eagle fan, and then it went out.
I wasn't. I actually wound up going to sleep because I knew we had the win, so I wound up going to sleep.
Y'all was losing.
Confidence.
I was sure, like once we made the first touchdown, we was in the lead. I was like, we got it. It's over. And I fell asleep. We was at like 26. I said, oh yeah, definitely going to sleep on this one. We got it in the bag. So it was a good game though. But they didn't play a lot of my picks, so I was a little irritated. But it's cool.
Say it again.
They didn't play a lot of my picks, so I was irritated. It made me lose some money.
Oh. That happened.
Valid reason to be irritated.
Yep.
Yeah, and I picked the 2 people who made the touchdowns, and it didn't count because guess what? Terry, Mick, whoever his name is, did nothing.
Yeah, no, I got him on my fantasy team too. It was a bad week for my fantasy team.
Yeah, that boy Quinion came in there and said, get the peanut butter because I got the gym. This nigga ain't getting nothing on.
Week 10 of the NFL season is over. Holy shit, that was beautiful. This is what happened in every game. This was the best game we've seen since the last time these two teams played each other a couple weeks ago. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase dominate Baltimore corners like a prime Avon and D'Angelo Barksdale. Yeah, not a single fucking soul this side of the Atlantic woke up early to watch this game in fucking Germany. Oh wait, never mind. What? Bears blow. Besides the fact that the Great White Hope has returned to save my fantasy team, Brock Purdy threw for 350 and... Oh, what the fuck? Here we go again. You hear the music. Game tied at 20 with no time left. Jake Moody walking off, white boy. You can buy me a truck to pull it. You can buy me a get it one take.
Spend some time away, getting ready for the day.
The Bills should just bench their starters for the rest of the year because they have a 98% chance to win their division on Poly Market and are guaranteed a home playoff game. Russell Wilson is 3-0 with the Steelers. I can't remember the last time Mike Tomlin was this far away from 500. This was the worst game of the fucking year. The Vikings kicked 5 field goals and won. Despite Alvin Kamara doing his best Kadarius Toney impression in the clutch, the Falcons found a way to falcon and choke the game away. Okay, so it's time we all wake the fuck up and realize the Chargers have the best defense in the NFL as well as the best offensive line in the NFL and are sitting at 6-3. Welcome to the playoffs. The Aaron Rodgers experiment has officially failed. Time to trade the top 5 draft pick y'all are about to get for Michael Penix. Jerry Jones versus the Dallas Cowboys is one of the greatest rivalries in sports. The windows at AT&T Stadium are better defenders than anybody on that Cowboys defense. Jared Goff drank an entire bottle of cognac before stepping on the field and throwing 5 picks down the throat of the Houston Texans. But holy shit, the Texans are fucking frauds and just blew a 15-point lead. Oh, mommy, here we go again. Jake fucking Bates, walk it off, white boy. The top of Tua Tagovailoa's head is a magnet for defenders. This game sucked. Okay, now fucking follow me at Polymarket Sports for NFL recaps like this every single week, Pookie.
Did y'all realize like some of our picks lost?
No, it was a bad. No, see,
I was sick.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand. First of all, let's break some of this down because this is what I'm gonna do right now. The Broncos Chiefs game, we had it in the bag. Unfortunately, you know who else had it in the bag? The refs. The offensive line, because somebody paid them off. There is no way the whole left side of the offensive line or kicking line falls down. All of them. They all fell. There's no way that happens. Second,
That's at the ref's fault.
my Tampa Bay pick. Baker plays Superman, gets the ball downfield, ties the game up, leaves the 49ers 36 seconds to go 60 yards, and the defensive coordinator decides, you know what? We're going to play prevent and just prevent ourselves from winning the game. And then 4 out routes later, they kick a field goal, the game is over. Mind you, the 49ers had no timeouts. So all you had to do was make him throw the ball in the middle of the field, make the tackle. Guess what? Time runs out. But, you know, who am I? I'm just a guy that does a podcast.
Hey, I picked the Texans. They won.
Texans too. They shit the bed too. It was a very bad week.
Man,
I just want to
my
know.
parlays was like trash all week. I was
just want to
bored.
know. Somebody find this Land Clark person because every time he officiates, the Chiefs somehow win. So if we find him and make sure he got like a flat tire or step on like a Lego before the game, I think we'll be fine.
World's smallest violin, guys. World's smallest violin.
So it's a bad week. But we're gonna do better this week. We're gonna do better this week. All right. Both the play of the week and the questionable call of the week came from the same game. This is the first time we did this.
Okay.
The first one, I'm gonna save the best for last. But
let me guess.
Bro, if I see this ref one more fucking time, bro, I'm gonna crash out.
That's right. I say Clay. That's right. He gonna always be Clay to me. He Clay to me. I say Clay.
What I'm looking at is to see when KZ touches Zach Ertz iron, just because when Ertz works himself back to the football, makes the catch, the knee is down, but he's untouched at that time with the left knee on the ground. Now he's spinning, and then it is a matter to me of when is he touched and officially down by contact, and then quite frankly where that football is. right when KZ's left hand touches Zach Ertz's back.
Looks pretty real, doesn't it? The bottom line is question everything.
I don't need to question shit. That was the first down. The refs, they screwed Washington big time on that call. I don't care what nobody say. All you gotta do is watch it. Slow it down. You see where he caught it. You saw where he turned. It's like, because even the announcer said if that was on the goal line, it's a touchdown.
Right.
How do they have all this technology and still miss the call?
Very weird.
They be saying that they don't have the enhanced visual. They just have the raw footage, and they can't always tell. That's the excuse they used on a different one.
And see, and that's my problem. That's my problem because it's 2024 and y'all are $1 billion industry. Stop lying to me. Y'all got the drone, y'all got all of this shit. Y'all got the pylon cam. I'm finna slap the shit out of one of y'all because y'all keep lying to me, bro.
If we can see it at home, you should be able to see it on the sideline. That's
exactly. If I can
I
see
ain't
it
mad at
on
you.
my 65
I'm not
or
gonna say
75
nothing.
inch screen, then goddamn, you should be able to see it in his right seat. Some of these refs, I'll be ready to drop kick this shit.
Exactly. All right. Now we got the drive from the same game.
Peace and blessings, y'all. This your boy Dre, Mr. Live at Your Own Pace. Man, it's Friday and I'm feeling good.
Third and long. Wilson floats it. Williams, he's got it. Touchdown.
We better bust out a DNA test because I'm pretty sure I'm Jaden Daniels' daddy now. When Russell Wilson, a.k.a. Mr. Unlimited, a.k.a. Dangerous, walked into Northwest Stadium today, the Commanders fans didn't take me seriously. They thought their little fucking rookie quarterback was going to get a win over my Steelers, but they thought wrong. I put up 3 touchdowns, including an absolute piss missile to Mike Williams with 2 minutes left to seal the victory. Anyways, the Black and Gold are 7-2. We're headed to the playoffs. And today I taught my son Jaden some valuable fucking life lessons. Steelers country, let's weld. I'll see you next week.
That was the grown man professional football drive.
Did he really say that?
No.
You know
No,
he didn't
did
say
not.
that.
I was about to say, like, what?
No.
Hell yeah.
People wish he spoke like that, but no.
Russ is not about that life. That's what it's about.
Yeah, so
I thought he really said that. I was about to say, go ahead, talk that
Yeah,
shit.
right. Well, talk your shit, Russ. Yeah, I love it.
No, it was a tough week, but we're gonna bounce back.
It wasn't a tough week for us. We won, so I'm.
You know what? I can mute your mic. Be a gracious. All right, so let's run these games down. We had the game last night. Commanders lost to the Eagles. Okay. First game on Sunday, Browns Saints.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
I'm
gonna go with the Saints.
I think I'd go Saints.
Dawn is
I don't know. I think we picked Saints last time and they lost.
Yeah, I'm going with the Browns.
I don't really know who to pick between the two, to be honest. Like,
For
I don't
real.
believe in either one.
Let me get my book. I gotta look at some stats.
Look, the Browns like to beat people they shouldn't. You know, they can go, all season without winning a game and just win that one game that you was hoping they wouldn't win. So
This is my little stat book. So
she carries that thing everywhere.
Okay. Be prepared. Raiders, Dolphins. I am taking the Dolphins because I need the Raiders to keep losing so that we can get Shador. Tank for Shador.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
I'd go with the Dolphins either way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders just because I don't really care for the Dolphins. So.
I'm going with the Dolphins because we tanking for Shador. We need that number one pick, baby. Let's go.
Oh yeah, we've already messed it up for ourselves by winning a few games. So yeah.
Yeah, no, this is. I am full blown tank mode. I don't condone tanking. I really don't. I'm not for tanking. But in this instance,
you already there.
If they can throw the ball backwards, fucker do it.
After we lost that third game in a row, I was like, absolutely, tank for Shador.
Yeah. No. Seahawks, 49ers. This is a very funky game because the Seahawks play the 49ers very tough all the time. I think 49ers getting healthy. Everybody's, they're trying to put it together. So I'm going to go 49ers.
Me too.
I like the 49ers. They've been having a rough season this year. Really don't know too much about the Seahawks. I'm going to go 49ers. They better win because I put my money on them last time they lost.
Well, the Niners, they got the Seahawks beater back. That's Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the game. If you're asking me, I gotta look at the rest of the schedule. But I think this is the game of the week right now. We got Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Yeah, this is absolutely the game of the week.
Oh, this is gonna be a good game, y'all.
I want to say Baltimore.
But I bet
don't know.
Ravens
I like
pull
both
it out.
these
But I
teams.
want the Steelers. I want the Steelers for that.
So y'all know I'm a PA girl, so I'm always going with a PA team. So I'm gonna go Steelers all the way. But I still like Baltimore.
This is a statement game for both teams because I guess everybody doesn't believe in neither one of these teams, which is crazy to me.
Really?
Yeah, no, they don't. They really don't. They don't think that the Steelers are as good as they are, and people don't think that the Ravens are as good as they are. And they got
a lot of people think Russell is trash. They do.
So this is a statement game for both teams.
Russell was a lot of things. I don't think he was ever trash though. Even with all the teams he played on.
The 1 year, the first year in Denver, not blame it on Russ, but I still believe there are two teams that can beat the Ravens. Two. Steelers are
the Eagles,
and the other team, no.
No.
And the Texans is the other team. So
really,
yeah,
the Texans. Okay.
So this is, to me, this might be an AFC Championship game. And I'm gonna take Pittsburgh.
Give me Baltimore, stupid.
Yep.
Stupid.
From the Avenue, stupid.
This game, this is gonna be weird because I'm gonna do it. Lions, Jaguars.
Lions. I love me some Lions.
Matter of fact, Williams not playing.
No, he's not.
Okay, I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lions because I think Amar Khan, I think that's his name. He came out and said if the Jags lose this week, some heads is finna roll. So
no, heads are rolling this week. It's done.
I'm excited about that. I'm taking the Lions.
And in order for the Raiders the Raiders got to keep pace with the Jaguars. So
yeah,
matter of fact, I need Jacksonville to win. As goofy as this sounds, I need them to win. And the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. I need the Raiders.
I'm still taking the Lions, but I'm rooting for the upset.
I need the Raiders to keep winning.
I guess the Lions.
Right. Patriots, Rams.
Are the Patriots even winning games?
I don't know. I think they won last week. They kind of shocked us, but they won against.
They 3-7 right now.
Oh Lord.
I'm going.
Yeah, but they won their last game. Against who they play?
They beat up on who they beat last week.
They beat up on, or they just won it. You feel me? Like did they win big?
That's a very good. That's a very good clarification.
No, they beat, it was the Bears. They beat them 19-3.
Oh well, but it was the Bears.
yeah, that's a beat. That's a beat.
They should have won that shit.
I'm gonna take the Patriots. I like Drake May. I like how Drake May is playing. That defense is very underrated. It's very good. So I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go Patriots.
I'm going with the Rams because I think their defense is even more underrated, and they got some really good playmakers that come alive in the third quarter.
And you know I'm a Rams guy too, so I'm actually going against the grain right now, and I don't like that, but
don't have to.
I gotta do it for the sake of the show.
Hi. Oh, for the sake of the show. Okay.
For the sake of the show. Colts, Jets. What I'm not doing for the sake of the show is picking the Jets. Colts gonna beat the shit out of them.
Anthony Richardson again.
I don't know.
I picked the Jets last time, and they. I'm picking the Colts. I'm going with the Colts.
I'm gonna go with the Jets.
I like Aaron Rodgers. He's cool.
I'm going with the Colts.
I hate him.
I want the
Baltimore.
Jets. I want the pain to simmer in his bones.
Yeah, but the Colts are not doing like fantastic though.
They're not.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is playing bad though.
He's actually playing horrible. I want him and Devontae Adams to simmer in that dumbass shit that they did. So he's losing.
You thought you was going to start winning games when you went to the Jets? Nope.
Oh, we got the connection back. The boys.
First of all, y'all gotta give them at least a year to get it together. Give it to next year.
They've been together. They've been together. They know what it is.
Watch, be quiet. No, they need some more time. Okay,
They
agree with me.
The boys is back in town. You niggas ain't got nowhere to go. Y'all back in town and ain't got nowhere to go. Fuck y'all.
No, they need some more time. They need at least a half a year.
They got it.
Right, we at half a year.
They need some more time.
We are at half a year.
He just got there. He just got there though. What's the guy named something Jones? He just got there.
Hopkins just got to the Chiefs and had 3 touchdowns too. You don't get that time.
There you go. Thanks.
He left us quick and succeeded.
Listen, you could tell he just got there because he didn't even know Aaron was throwing that to him that first game. He was like, "You throwing at me? Yeah, got you next time."
No.
We're not buying it.
Yeah, Devontae Adams.
We're not buying it. All right. We got 2 games going on in this stadium on Sunday. We'll get to the second one in a little bit. Vikings,
Titans. We have to go for the Titans. Don't say anything but the Titans.
Go Titans! Tighten up.
That's right.
For real, tighten up.
Tighten the hell up.
Share this to them. Tighten up.
That's right.
Now, please.
I'm there for the pretzels and the nachos.
I'll take the
Not
other
the
team
pretzels.
in the state. I'll take the other team.
But I'm telling you also though, whenever we play after them, they pull off the game. I don't think
it's always an overtime game.
Oh my God, I hope not. But yes, it is always an overtime game.
They pull that sucker off.
I'm going for the Titans.
We're good luck. So there you go.
I need the Titans to win and the Raiders to keep losing. So we can get that number 1 pick. So I'm going for the Titans.
Damn it, the Titans are 2-7.
Yes, they are.
2-7.
I want to say go Titans, but just like you said about the Raiders, it's like still there's that part.
All right, we're gonna get to give me a second. I'm almost done. Go bench down. Packers.
Huh?
Going down on the list.
Packers, go Pack, go.
I said it'll work out. It's fine.
I'm gonna go Packers on this. Well, see, the Bears might be motivated. No,
they're not motivated.
That's what I just said. I'm gonna go with the Packers.
I'm going with the Packers anyway because I like the Packers, and The only person who really kind of beat them was the Lions. And who else they lose to? Nobody, right?
Yeah, I'm an honorary
Who
cheesehead,
else?
so
I don't know. I like the Packers.
Broncos, Falcons.
Broncos who?
Falcons.
Falcons.
give me the Falcons.
I'm taking the Falcons. Even though I picked the Broncos last week, that's the only time I'm gonna do it because they was playing the Chiefs. So Falcons.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Why?
I feel like every week there's just one team that just go the opposite way, and I think it's gonna be the Falcons this week. So it's always that one team that I'd be like, really? You should have won that one. And I just think it's gonna be the Falcons.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pick the Broncos.
I feel it. This game, I hate both teams involved, so I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
I wonder which one.
I wonder.
No, yeah. Watch know what I'm about to do. Chiefs, Bills.
I'm going with the Chiefs. I love the Chiefs.
Go with the Chiefs. Go with Bills.
Who's the other team?
The Bills. The Williams.
I'm going with the Bills.
They if they get one, it's gonna be this one. If they get it, that's gonna be it. But I'm still going Chiefs.
For the love of everything football, bro.
I'm gonna go Bills. Even though I hate
I'm going Bills.
You have one job.
You got one job. You got one job.
One job, dog.
It's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a good game. They're gonna have to show up this week, like they showed up every other week, and not fake an injury like they did last week.
There's no Tyreek Hill.
Josh Allen to play like everybody claims he is. This is the game.
Travis Kelce is borderline washed. Bro, y'all got one job, bro.
He's borderline. He is. I ain't gonna fly. I ain't gonna fly till he is. But he's still gonna make plays. He's still gonna make some plays. They're gonna be key plays. That stuff y'all don't like, they're gonna do some funny stuff, and then it's gonna be it.
Y'all got one job. Win the damn game.
Win the game. Just win the game. Get the ball to Keon Coleman and Amari Cooper. Let them do their thing.
I'll see y'all next week.
Chargers, Bengals.
I know. Fuck the Chargers.
I'm gonna go Bengals.
I already know.
I'm going Bengals.
Chargers.
I like the Bengals. I'm only going to Bengals because I like their fan base. When they came to Tennessee, they were like the sweetest fans I have ever met. They were like, we know we're going to lose, but we're just here to support our team. I love that. And they wind up winning and going to the Super Bowl. And I was like, look at y'all. Y'all have no faith.
Because as an Eagle fan, you can relate.
Oh.
But listen, I had to look up the Washington Commanders, and I had to really do my research after I got off the line with you. And you should sit there from the research that I saw. Like, y'all have not been to the NFC East in a while. I think it was like 2017. So I need you to have a seat. Like, stop talking about my babies, okay?
I'm just saying.
Like, I think the Cowboys been before y'all. And that's a lot.
Hey,
that's a lot.
Just because y'all winning
It's okay. It's okay. But we talking about the future, baby. Sometimes history don't matter. It get buried.
History is the best teller of the future.
You know how history repeats itself? History is repeating itself. Besides the fact that y'all ever are going to win the NFC East this year. That's not going to repeat itself.
Get used to 8-8. And if it does,
it's okay. It's okay. Third place fits very nicely on y'all. It's beautiful.
We're in second, so I don't know who's in
Y'all about to drop them.
If they drop to third, that would be insane.
That's crazy, right? They let the Giants beat them.
Battle with Texas. Texans and the Cowboys.
Texas.
Yeah.
Does anybody believe in the Cowboys anymore?
The Cowboys don't believe in the Cowboys.
You feel me? So like, as we just saw,
Right?
he was like, "Fuck this team. I'm done.
Mhm.
Give a fuck what y'all do."
And that was the Sunday slate, and then Thursday, Steelers, Browns,
The Steelers
Steelers
and
and who?
who?
Cleveland.
Oh,
Oh, they
Steelers.
played.
Steelers.
Ain't nobody worried about the
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Actually, no. Give me the Browns. They might get
I
carved
go with
up.
the Browns too.
Mm-mm.
Pittsburgh.
They're gonna get carved up by Jameis and Nick Chubb. I'm calling
You
it.
think?
I like Pittsburgh.
Calling it.
I don't know.
They're a
When
tough
it
team.
happens, cut this up, Mel.
I'm
You
taking
can't
Pittsburgh.
sleep on Jameis. You're right.
I'm not sleeping on them. I'm not. I'm really not.
Oh, I'm not talking about you. Yeah, I'm talking to myself, really.
When it happens, cut that up, man. I'm telling you, Jameis and Nick Chubb gonna cook.
Got it. I'm on it. All right. Those are the picks. We're gonna get to this fourth quote.
Death Valley, it's the fourth quarter. Get those scores up.
All right. So we only got Misfits in the house right now. The Dynamite. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means for Sunday. I don't know what
Who's
that means.
making tonight?
I don't know. But got a couple minutes. Just what can people expect from this game on Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
What do they expect?
What you say?
Yeah. What can they expect from this game on Sunday?
Well, I know what I expect is this little trophy we got right here.
Oh, you pulled out the trophy. Okay.
Yeah.
What's
Staying
up,
in
man?
Nashville
Go!
and not going back to the bluegrass state of Kentucky.
Okay.
So that's my expectation.
What Bully? What you gonna do? What you gonna do on Sunday?
So I just really expect high energy. I expect hard hits. I expect everyone to stay on their blocks. And I expect for everybody to come out and put their best foot forward. It's not a time to ask any questions. It's not a time to have any type of confusion. This is what we've been practicing for. We've been practicing since I don't know what
June.
September, June.
June.
July,
So
June.
this is a time that's going to make you or break you, especially for our rookies. This is a time that you're really going to get to a feel of what it is to be a misfits, what it is to hit that field and play this sport. So you either got what it takes or you don't. You step up or you sit down. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I know they're going to bring it, and I'm expecting my girls to bring it too. So it's not going to be an easy battle for them. They're not going to come on this field and run over us. We're going to give them a fight like we always do, and that's it. That's all.
All right. What you got, Watt? I know you
Oh,
busy.
I'm so sorry, y'all. Man, that's how it be. I got 4 minutes left on the shift. Man, honestly, I plan on going out there and having fun. I think it's gonna be hard. I think it's gonna be hard hitting. But I think once we start to see that success, once you start to get the wheels turning, once that first play, I had to play quarterback for the first time last year in the first game, in the last game of the season because our quarterbacks were hurt. And I was so nervous leading up to it, worrying about. Got out there, we did the first snap. I was like, is that all? Okay. Now I know what I'm doing. Now let's do this. Talking to them, keeping everybody calm. Like that's the biggest message I gave to everybody is don't freak out, don't worry. Do your best. Like they said, give it they all. I've been watching our defense, the way they've been hitting me, the way they've been lining up, they ready to hit somebody. They ready to go out there and show what they got. Our offense, we've been working hard to make sure we had this stuff together. You know, that we got these little nuances. We got our core, we got our line. Everybody's doing their part. So now it's just a matter of actually taking it out there and not letting the nerves get to you. As soon as we get that first snap out the way, it's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a battle. I think they're gonna be surprised about what we bring this time, personally.
Nice. I like it.
I don't really necessarily think that nerves are bad. Nerves just let you know that you're ready. You're ready to hit that field. If you're not nervous to play a contact sport like we do, especially if it's your first time, then I think something's wrong with you a little bit. Like you might be a little cuckoo.
I'm nervous every
Like,
game.
just
It
like
ain't been a season I ain't been nervous. I get you.
I'm nervous every time I hit the field. Once I get that first hit off, I'm good.
Then it's
I'm
fine.
good. But leading up to getting on that field, I'm nervous. I want to be the best, player out there. Like I want to do what my coaches built me up to do. So I want to do my job, and that's all I'm thinking about. I'm not worrying about doing nobody else but my job. And I know if I do my job, I ain't gonna get yelled at the end of the day. That's it.
Man.
So,
Nah,
but
it's
I'm
gonna be a good
excited. I'm
game.
excited for this game. I'm excited to meet up with Derby City. I'm just excited. It's going to be a fun game. It's always a fun game. Derby City is always a good time. It's going to be high energy. It's going to be some shit talking on the field. It's going to be a lot. Like, so it's going to be exciting. It's going to be cold too. So
Be a little chilly. So,
It's not gonna snow.
as far as me and Moolage, we talked about it. We won't be able to make it this weekend, but we made a deal.
Oh.
We know that your season starts in April.
Yes.
So we have made conscious decision both on our ends. Your first game, we will be there.
Okay.
Same thing
I
with
just started a new job, so like it's like right smack dab in the middle. So like that's the reason why I can't make the trip. But first game, we there for sure because that's right around the time of my birthday.
Okay. All right. I mean, heck, we would love to keep coming on your show. We some great people to talk to.
Yeah, no, and that's like, and that's the second part of this is like we family now. So
yeah,
it's an open door policy. You can pop up anytime you want, especially when your season starts. I want to get film of the games and stuff like that. Break your guys' game down the same way we break down the NFL games.
Yeah, we need highlights.
So
hey, we literally could have a whole session of, everybody plays on Saturdays. So, bring us on Friday nights. We can talk about the upcoming games, that we post them all on, they're all up on the website, for every team that's playing Saturday. And, just like we do the picks for the guys, I mean, hell, we'll do the picks, for the women.
That would be fun.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Win and see, what if I can get an email blast to all the teams, and we can create, the football community right here on From the Sideline, on Inside the Huddle, and this will be like the home for women's football, especially the WFA, and we'll start with the WFA, and then we'll branch out.
That's all you need. I'm just kidding.
And this will be like the official home, like of the Mizfits and Derby City, since y'all are little, y'all the first ones. Y'all are little babies. We got you.
Most definitely.
So it'll be the official home for you guys. So I will be biased to y'all 100%.
And
you will be all right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Love that.
Absolutely.
We was here first. I called dibs.
Right. So this is y'all home before anybody else.
Y'all heard that, y'all. The first to do it.
So like I said, we
First
appreciate y'all coming through. You said the game is going to be on Facebook, right?
No, TikTok. We're live streaming.
You're live streaming on TikTok. Okay, cool.
Y'all get to see the trophy. Stay with us.
There we go.
And then next week we'll do a recap of the game. Y'all can come back next week. We'll recap the game. I'll see if I can, make sure I can pull some highlights and stuff like that, so we got those ready to go.
Sure.
So Big Bird, I'm gonna need some pancakes. I'm gonna need something. I gotta put something out there. Watch. I need at least one touchdown.
Got you. I'll get you two.
Hey, here we go.
Yeah. I don't do one. I need at least two. 2 tubs.
That's what I said too.
There you go. I need at least 2 tubs, okay?
Yep. So
And
We
5
gonna eat.
pancakes. Not even 5. I need 6 pancakes and 3 air holes, Patrice. Do you hear me? I need somebody to hear me.
What?
Stop playing. 6 pancakes, 3 air holes, and a fuck you.
Why do everybody think I like pancaking? Like, I am not a pancaker. I don't like pancaking, okay? I don't like falling on the ground. I like choking these bitches out. Like, that's what I do. I don't like falling.
Without getting ejected, we need 3 chokeouts.
Oh no, she knows what to do. I taught her how to do it the official way that don't get you flagged. So
yeah.
The refs ain't seeing that. She good. We got that. Don't worry about that.
So we appreciate y'all. We're gonna be, like I said, have a great game. Everybody be safe on Sunday.
Absolutely.
You know, everybody get through, no injuries. Just have a nice, safe, fun game. So you know, I'll have on my invisible Mizfits jersey.
we'll have to send you one. We'll have to send you one.
We'll get you one.
For sure.
Yeah, I'll send. Tell me how much it is. I'll cash out you the money.
Free. We appreciate the both of you letting us come on, you know, your podcast and talk football and, you know, our lives and, you know, just women's football in general and you know, men's football. So both of y'all get, you know, a Mizfits shirt for free. No charge.
Appreciate it.
Just email me y'all sizes and I'll make sure I send them to you.
Thank you. So, like, in these, we got all the final words out of that. Moves, you got anything before we head up out of here?
Hey, y'all know what it is, man. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but every single video that we have done and promoted has done absolute numbers involving ladies in their football games. So I need y'all to keep tapping in. We need y'all to keep subscribing. We need y'all to go tap in with that TikTok live on Sunday right after the Titans game and catch these ladies play their game that they love, the beautiful gridiron football. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys keep liking, keep commenting. We'll be back on Monday with Basket to Basket. Wednesday, Gentlemen's Talk. Got another crazy show for y'all. Thursday, you already know what it is. PVT, me, DJ Micah B, and Willie. And then, you know, we back talking that ish on Friday. Don't miss it. We're going to see y'all next week.
Yep. Next week, you know what to do. We'll holler at y'all. Y'all can stay on. Don't dip out like y'all did last time.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the